Swad. And the mix on cut 2, it's a little bit like what I want from my piece, but slower. Just check it out for me.
Yeah, all right, Jason, maybe I can speed it up.
Yo, man, this thing is flowing. And just around when our demo drops, that's the time for the baby to come.
Oh, yeah, so how's Rena coming with that baby anyway? When she due?
She's 7 months, and she's doing fine, except she's so moody. She's always on me to read stuff about pregnancy and babies, like I don't know about babies.
I feel you, but you gotta go there for the mommies. It's a lot to learn about a new life.
Yeah, but, I mean, I got time. Yo, man, I gotta get back to work. I'll see you at the studio.
1 o'clock tomorrow.
No doubt.
Peace.
Jason, this is that breastfeeding pamphlet I told you about the other day. I want you to read it, okay?
All right, I'll look at it later when we get home. Hurry up, the bus is coming. Morning.
Good morning, Jason.
What's the matter? What'd I do now?
It's what you haven't done, Jason. See? All I asked you to do was read these so you could know more about the baby. But what did you do? You ignored them. You dumped them on the shelf. You haven't even looked at them.
I did so. And I was gonna read them when I had more time to study them. And besides, what's the rush? We got 3 more months.
2 months, Jason. And you don't need to study them. Just read them so we can talk.
Talk? We talk all the time.
I mean, talk about the baby. Things we need to decide on.
We decided that we didn't want to name it yet. We decided that we didn't want to know whether or not it was a boy or a girl. We decided on the hospital stuff. What else is there to decide?
How are we going to feed the baby?
How are we going to feed the baby? We're going to feed it with formula and food and stuff.
I mean, bottle feed with formula or breastfeed.
You thinking about breastfeeding?
Yes, and I want you to think about it too. That's why I gave you this pamphlet. And I gave you this one so you know what I'm going through in the different months. And this one so you know what you're going to go through. But what do? You ignore them, just like you ignored my doctor's appointments.
I did not. I was there. I met the doctor and everything.
Once, when I wasn't even showing. But I guess you know when the next one is, right?
The 7th?
It's at 1:15 this afternoon, Jason. I told you last week, and you said you'd be there.
But I gotta be at the studio at 1.
Fine. Go to the studio.
But I gotta go work on the mix.
Oh, that's right. You'll have your big-time CD, and I'll have the baby alone.
Yo, Jason. Yo, you gotta peep this track, man. Speed it up, just like you asked it.
Oh, man. Swad, I was gonna call you, man, because I can't make it at 1. I gotta meet up with Rena at the hospital.
Yo, is she okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a regular appointment, but if I don't make it, I'm in for it. So,
man.
Let's do the mix at 6, man.
All right, 6 it is. Daddy.
Dr. Gibbons.
Jimmy, excellent video. Really good job.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Your film does a great job of showing how the breastfeeding process really works. I think the guys are going to love it, and they're going to learn a lot from it.
I hope so. Listen, Doctor, if you have a minute, I'd like to ask you a question about something that's not on the film.
Sure. What's that?
Well, the third benefit of breastfeeding. What is it? I mean, you said there were 3, but my notes show only 2.
Well, as you know, the first one is nutrients. Breast milk has all the nutrients that a young baby needs for at least the first 4 to 6 months of his life. The second one is that breastfeeding has benefits for the immune system.
So babies that are breastfed get fewer colds and ear infections.
Exactly. And the third one is bonding. Breastfeeding allows the mother and the baby to bond, especially through that skin contact.
Okay. Now I can finish that poster for tonight's group.
Great. Let me know how it goes.
Sure will.
Come in.
Well, Rena, everything looks fine. But you seem sad. Is everything okay?
Oh, I'm fine. It's just...
Come in.
Excuse me, Doctor. Jason is here, and he wants to know if he can come in.
Thank you, nurse. Send him in. Jason, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Doc. So how's our baby doing? And the mommy?
Both are doing fine. Well enough, in fact, that it's time for the two of you to move on to specifics, like the feeding options we talked about last month, Rena.
Feeding options? What does that mean?
Well, whether you'll breastfeed or bottle feed the baby.
Oh, she's going to use the bottle.
I am? I don't remember deciding that.
What, are you still thinking about breastfeeding?
I was hoping we'd talk about it. That's why I gave you that pamphlet yesterday.
Jason, it's the type of decision that the two of you ought to make together. Do you have some concerns? Maybe I can be of help.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I don't want my woman pulling out her breasts in public when she's got to feed the baby. Now, besides, isn't, formula better for the baby because they put in vitamins and minerals and all that stuff?
Jason, if you had read at least one of those pamphlets, you would have known better than that.
Can I make a suggestion? One of our WIC nutritionists runs a dad's group here. It's for men only. They talk about everything a young father should know about the new baby. If you have time, Jason, you may want to come by and get a male's perspective on breastfeeding. Jimmy Parks runs the program right here at our center.
So when's the meeting?
It's tonight at 6:30.
But I gotta go to the studio. Well, I guess I can make time. But later, I gotta go work on the mix.
I'll wait up for you.
Good.
This film about breastfeeding is short, but accurate and interesting. Afterwards, we'll talk about the things that dads can do to help make breastfeeding successful.
How mothers make breast milk is very interesting. The process begins during pregnancy when the mother's breasts grow to prepare for milk production. The size of the mother's breast does not determine how much milk she can produce. The size is determined by the amount of fatty tissue in the breast. The parts of the mother's breast that are important for lactation are the alveoli, the milk ducts, the sinuses, the nipple, and the areola. Milk is made in the alveoli, which look like clusters of grapes. The sinuses collect the milk. 1/3 of the milk at each feeding is stored in the sinuses. This is called the foremilk. It's more watery and has a bluish tint. The areola, which is the darker skin on the breast, is a visual target that helps the baby when latching onto the breast. As the baby begins nursing, the foremilk is drawn from the sinuses. After a few minutes of nursing, the baby's sucking stimulates production of more milk in the alveoli. As the baby continues to feed, the milk becomes richer in fat. This milk is called hind milk. This hind milk has essential fats that help the baby's brain develop. It also helps the baby grow and gain weight. Mothers often wonder if they can make enough milk to satisfy the baby. Breastfeeding works on the principle of supply and demand. The mother produces what the baby demands. When the baby does not seem satisfied with the amount of milk mother is making, she should feed more often. Allowing baby to breastfeed frequently is the most powerful thing that mothers can do to make more milk. Mothers learn quickly how to pick up on cues about when to feed and when baby has had enough. The added benefit of frequent skin-to-skin contact helps the baby bond with the mother or father as a result of breastfeeding.
That was short, and it was pretty interesting, too.
Okay, gentlemen, any questions?
Yeah. They said that a baby should be fed frequently. I guess that means as often as he or she wants it, but doesn't that spoil the baby?
No, frequent feeding does not spoil the baby, but lets the baby know that the mother cares and wants the baby to be comfortable. Skin-to-skin contact provided during breastfeeding helps the baby bond with the mother. And just like the man in the film, fathers can bond with the baby also by providing skin-to-skin contact when burping and holding the baby.
That's cool and everything, but it didn't say what breastfeeding does to your woman's breasts.
What do you mean?
Does breastfeeding make the mother's breast sag and droop?
Good question. What you have to understand is that there is a natural change that takes place in the shape and size of breast as a result of pregnancy, breastfeeding, and aging. but every woman's breasts change over time, whether they breastfeed their children or not. But I think there's some things you should understand about the benefits of breastfeeding that might outweigh your concerns about how the mother's breasts look.
Well, Jimmy, I think this is something that most guys are concerned about.
I know that's right.
Okay. Since you guys are so concerned about how your woman's breasts are going to look, there are some things you can do to help minimize the changes in her shape and size.
That's good. Like what?
Well, you can watch the baby while she gets regular exercise during the early weeks. And when the baby begins to sleep longer, the two of you can exercise together. See, breastfeeding is a family affair. It works best when mothers and fathers work together to make breastfeeding work. Come here for a second. I'd like to show you guys something. Breast milk alone contains all the nutrients a baby needs to survive and thrive for the first 4 to 6 months. Breast milk is like the baby's first immunization shot. Breastfed babies get fewer colds, ear infections, bladder infections, things that'll definitely keep you up at night when the baby gets sick.
But doesn't formula do the same thing?
Well, a lot of people think that, but it doesn't. Only human milk helps the baby's natural immune system to protect against diseases and allergies. And what's more, breast milk is easier for the baby to digest. It's made up of water, protein, and just the type of fats and other nutrients to build the baby's brain. Breast milk is so good that your baby won't need anything else like juice or solid food for the first 4 to 6 months.
Not even baby food?
Not even baby food. Because baby food is solid food and it's more difficult to digest.
But just think about it. A baby can get hungry anytime, any place. And a mama's got to pull her breast out and put it in the baby's mouth. Now, anybody can see that.
Women have already taken care of that, man. If you guys don't mind, I'll show you how they do it. Okay, gentlemen, let's see what you're made of.
Uh-oh, here we go.
That's right, here we go. Everybody who has a baby in front of them, Ricky and Jason and Paul, I want you to pick the baby up, but I want you
man,
to...
I don't think we have what it takes, man.
Use your imagination, all right? When you pick the baby up, make sure you support the baby's head. Pick the baby up, cradle the baby in your arms, hold the baby close to your chest. Now pick up the blanket, and I'll show you how women take a blanket, put it over their shoulder, covering both the breast and the baby's head. And this is a discreet way that women feed their babies in public.
Hey,
Any questions?
Sorry I'm late, man.
No problem. This is Sean Lyons, our guest speaker. Sean's proud father of an 18-month-old daughter, Asha. And Sean's here to share with you a man's view of the nursing experience. I'll get some refreshments. I'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm sorry I'm late. I just really want to encourage you guys to show support to your baby's mothers while they're breastfeeding. Me and my wife, Delphine, we decided to breastfeed during the last week of her pregnancy after talking about it and reading up on it for about a month. Seems as though we made the right decision because when she came out, she had it right for the breast.
So how'd you deal with all the attention that you used to get from your wife now going to the baby?
It was tough at first, but I realized I was hurt because I couldn't get in on it. I knew I had to figure out something that I could do.
Can't breastfeed if you got hair on your chest.
Yeah, I know, yo, but what I mean is, I saw my baby and her mother create this bond. They got close and I felt left out. But then Jimmy, he told me to pay special attention to my wife, let her know that I appreciated her, so then she could feel comfortable and be loved by me.
That's one of the things you guys can do to be supportive of your baby's mothers.
Yeah, we came up with 5 specific things that help show support for breastfeeding mothers. You have to give love and attention to the mother during the pregnancy so she'll be relaxed. You have to learn about important things like breastfeeding because babies will bring about a change in your relationship and your lifestyle. You have to know what to expect and what to do when the baby comes. We have to help out around the house by sharing in cooking, cleaning, taking care of older children, anything you can do to be generally useful. You should arrange for times when you take the baby, so the mom can have free time while you bond with the baby. And arrange for times when it's possible for you and the mom to spend time together without the baby, so you can build your relationship. It's just as important to spend time together as a family, dad, mom, and baby. We have this nighttime ritual that I came up with because I wanted to be part of what they were doing, because it seemed so relaxing before going to bed. I would read children's stories as Delphine nursed Asha. And when the baby finished, I would burp her, rock her, and put her to bed.
Fred.
One more thing, and I didn't find this out until after Delphine started, but African American women have the lowest rate of breastfeeding than any other ethnic group in this country.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, there are many reasons why. Some women are embarrassed that they may have to breastfeed in public. Other women think that it's more time-consuming to breastfeed rather than bottle feed. Other women don't think they have enough milk. And some women think that breastfeeding is painful. But when women find out more about breastfeeding, most decide to at least give it a try.
Yeah. So I advise you all to take what you've learned here seriously, take it back home to your baby's mothers, and talk about this. You really do need to be part of the decision-making, especially when it comes down to the baby.
I could hardly believe it. She just took the baby and started breastfeeding right there at the bus stop. I wouldn't have known that that's what she's doing, but if I hadn't gone to the men's group, because you couldn't see her breast or the child's head. I didn't know it was that easy to breastfeed in public.
Well, I don't know if it's easy, but I know what you mean. I want to breastfeed because it's so good for the baby.
Yeah, I want him to be smart and athletic.
Him?
Or her. She could play for the WNBA.
One thing I like about it is that it's good for the mother. I read that breastfeeding can help me lose weight faster so I can get my figure back.
You ain't really that fat now. I can still love you if you gained about 20 pounds.
Not me. I plan to lose every pound I've gained during this pregnancy.
Hey, we can all go walking once the baby's born. I'll buy one of those carriers so we can take him or her. And, you know, we'll just bounce.
I just felt a kick.
Oh, that's my baby.
I want a natural woman to carry my seed. Understand nature's plan, about to need to breastfeed. I ain't trying to say who, but somebody's trying to test you and test me. Triggers commercially. I don't want no formula, baby. What's the point? My seed can get it from my lady. No better choice, so don't try to persuade me.
All right, baby, you can come in now.
You gotta stand by your wife, help her make the right choice. You know that your perspective is highly respected. Responsibility, you can't neglect it. Man, breastfed is best fed.
Oh, Jason, this is beautiful. And I like that cut, too. Especially the part about natural mothers breastfeeding.
I swear I now wrote that verse together.
What's this?
Open them and find out.
Roses. And a beautiful poster of a family.
This is what I envision ours to be.
Oh, Jason, that is so sweet.
Well, I just wanted to surprise you with my new attitude about my natural mother doing natural feeding for our natural baby.